So this past week on the channel, I haven't really talked and focused much on video game news because I've been playing games and, talking about games and showing performance of games and reviewing games such as Metroid Prime 4 and beating games such as Metroid Prime 4. Something that some video game channels don't do. They'll talk about stuff, but they won't actually talk about the games themselves and give their opinions on them. And that's fine. People can do whatever they want. But I do think it is a little bit weird. But like I said, I haven't really focused too much on the video game news side of things. But there was one story that kind of caught my eye. Talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 price drop. And obviously, YouTube is filled with people and just their opinions on stuff. And I don't like to say that people have a wrong opinion, because at the end of the day, it's just their viewpoint. It's just how they see things. And, that's fine. People think that I have a wrong opinion on things all the time. And it's just like, no, that's just my opinion. However, I will be making a little bit of a deviation from that mind frame with this, because there are people that are talking about this price drop that are just inherently wrong. They're saying things that are inherently wrong. And people are now listening to those people who are saying things that are inherently wrong and being like, oh, well, that's the reason why. And this isn't a fanboy video or a Defense Force video. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you would know I don't do those. I don't care. If I don't like something, I don't like something. And you can take it or leave it. But when people are basically saying wrong information, and people are listening to that information and believing what it is, I have to step in. It's like, have you ever worked retail before? Do you know how stores work with things? So the gist of the story, the too long didn't read thing, is that the Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World Bundle, there was a flash sale on Walmart's website where if you log in and add the system to your cart, it is $450. Now, this, of course, is the $500 system. This is the premium bundle system where you save $30 instead of having to buy Mario Kart World for $80 separately. And obviously, now it's $450. Okay, so it was a flash sale at Walmart that has now extended. It's still going on right now at the time of the filming of this video, and probably by the time I upload it on Sunday, it'll still be going on now. So if you're looking to save, an additional $50 on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Mario Kart World Bundle, that is a great way to do it. Because say what you will about Mario Kart World, I don't really think there's enough meat on the bones for that to be an $80 game. At least right now, like it needs some DLC or, fill out that world a little bit. This is a very good value, and I do recommend that you pick it up. So when you think about it from that perspective, it's just like, oh, okay. Well, Walmart's running a little bit of a sale. But here's where we get into the wrong think about the situation. Here's where we get into the mental gymnastics. And this isn't just like one or two people. I've seen so many people kind of going with this mentality with it, and it's just like, have you ever worked retail? Do you understand how retail stores like a Walmart work? Because people are saying, oh, well, Nintendo dropped the price. They dropped the price of the Nintendo Switch 2, and now you can get it at $450. But why would they drop the price? Because, well, the system must not be selling well. And they did this with the 3DS. Remember the 3DS? And people like to point to the 3DS. So let's talk about the 3DS. Let's do a little bit of a comparison here. When the Nintendo 3DS came out, nobody bought it. Okay? Nobody bought the thing. You know who bought it? Myself and my best friend at the time. Because our local Walmart did not have a midnight release for the Nintendo 3DS. So we went to a Walmart about 30 minutes away. I had to drive my friend's car because he was too drunk. He had just gotten 20s on his Cadillac CTS with rubber band ass tires. It was pouring rain, by the way, and I can't see at night to begin with. Now you include the rain. I was slipping and sliding all over the road, but we did get to that Walmart. We got there about an hour and a half early to get our Nintendo 3DS to make sure that the lines were not too long. And you know what happened? We were the only people there. Nobody else showed up to buy the 3DS because people viewed it as too expensive, and the launch software of games like Steel Diver didn't really set the world on fire. So Nintendo, because the system was not selling, dropped the price of the 3DS and then included the Ambassadors program. Now, the 3DS wasn't selling well, but I seem to have heard, it seems to be a well thought of thing, that the Nintendo Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. Now, you could say that it doesn't deserve that. You could say that things are overpriced. You could say, oh, it's Nintendo fanboys buying it. You could make justifications here and there for whatever you want, and I won't push back on you. You're allowed to think that. But factually speaking, the system is the fastest selling system of all time, and it's still selling very well. If something is the fastest selling system of all time, why would Nintendo drop the price of the system? If people are buying what you're putting out at the price point that you're putting it out at, why would you drop the price of the system? Maybe we should put our thinking caps on here, people. Maybe we should think about how big box retailers work, because like I said, this is at Walmart when you add it into your cart. However, this is not at Target. This is not at Best Buy. This is not on Amazon. So in order to get it, you have to purchase it from Walmart. So it's almost like, follow me on this, people. Follow me on this. It's almost like this isn't a Nintendo decision. It's almost like this is a Walmart decision. Rolling back prices. Remember they used to have the little smiley face guy pop up? He was a fun little guy. But why would Walmart do this? Oh, because there's too much stock of it. They need to liquidate their stock of it. Okay, you could think that, or you could think about this from a logical perspective, a logical reasoning point. Because here's the fact of the matter. Big box retailers, all retailers that sell brand new video game consoles, the profit margins on them are negligible. They're not making money selling you a brand new console. It's not increasing the profit margins and stuff like that. It is a very minuscule amount of money that they are making on selling you a brand new console. That's why when you walk into a GameStop, they try to shove used stuff down your throat, because that's where the profit margins are. So why would Walmart drop the price $50 on this bundle? The answer is clear. Because they see it as this. The consumer is now saving $50 on this bundle. So they're buying something and they're going to take a little bit of a loss on this bundle, on the MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price of how much this bundle is, which is $500. So they're going to take a little bit of a loss on that. But in their mind, when a customer is saving $50 on this purchase, they're going to spend that $50 on something else. It's the holiday season. You're buying crap for a bunch of different people. You're not just buying a Nintendo Switch 2, and some people are. But a vast majority of people are not just buying the Nintendo Switch 2 and calling it a day. So the mentality is that you will spend that $50 on other higher profit margin items. That's why stores do sales, to get people in the door. That's why the electronics department of a Walmart, of a Target, is at the back of the store, so that when you're going to buy that game that's on sale for $20, you walk by this shelf, you walk by this shelf, you see this thing, and you're like, oh, well, I need that too. Oh, it's on sale. Oh, this is cheap. I need to get one of these. And that's where the higher profit margins are. Companies are not making money selling you, retailers are not making money selling you consoles and games. brand new consoles and brand new games. They make money on you buying the other stuff. The other stuff that has higher profit margins. Has nobody worked retail that's talking about this? Has nobody taken an economics course in high school or in college? You could literally put this into ChatGPT or Grok or whatever AI service you use and say, was this Nintendo's decision to lower the price $50 at Walmart, or was this Walmart's decision? And you know what they're all going to say? That it's Walmart's decision. Because anyone knows anything about retail knows that that's how it works. But somehow, some way, this is now, they're lowering the price. They're listening to people. It just happens to just be at one retailer, which is kind of weird. And it's just on this one bundle, which is also kind of weird. But that's why it's happening. It's not selling. They're listening to the people. Oh, my God. It's a shame that I have to explain this. Like, I just thought this was basic knowledge. I thought everyone knew how, like, Walmarts and Targets worked when it comes to making money. And how new video game systems and new video games and stuff like that, they have, terrible profit margins when it comes to that sort of stuff. You want to sell the used stuff. You want to sell third-party accessories. You might have a little bit more wiggle room. You might make more money on it. But that's the reason why. That's how it's been since the dawn of time. And I don't think that this is just an outlier case where, there's tragedy on the horizon. There's a problem happening. The best-selling system ever, whether you love the system or hate the system, does not matter. It is the best-selling system ever. But Walmart and Nintendo decided we need to drop the price. Hashtag drop the price. But maybe I'm wrong about all of this. I'm not. So don't even say that I am, because I'm not. But maybe I'm wrong about all of this. Give me your thoughts in the comments section down below. Is this a sign of the times that the Switch 2 is doomed and it's not selling anymore? Or is it just, Walmart is trying to make you spend that $50 on higher profit margin items that they'll actually make money on because you're saving money? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. Please share this video because people obviously need to hear this because they are just very misinformed about things. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.